Claire Wood. I'm Professor of Psychology in Education and I'm the Director of the Centre for Applied Research in Psychology. I think the thing that sort of inspires the work that we do in the context of the child development and education theme is a desire to really look at the factors that we believe influence children's educational achievement in a very realistic way. So, for example, we do a lot of research in the context of children's use of mobile phones and children's use of new technologies. This is something that's a pervasive feature of children's everyday experience. But the question is that in what ways does this benefit their learning, and in what ways does this should we be concerned about the way in which their educational environment is changing? We liaise very closely with charities, with parents, with children themselves, and we try and incorporate as many of their concerns and their views and their ideas about methodology as possible into the work, so that it becomes something that is genuinely collaborative, rather than a piece of work that is done by academics and then handed over as kind of a fait accompli to users of research. It's very much something that's more of a building a relationship. The work within our theme is largely concerned with children's written language skills. Reading development is our key area, and so there's a number of us working at understanding the different theoretical models that explain how reading is acquired, but also where we have areas of reading difficulty, and understanding the origins of reading difficulties. So the work that we do looking at sensitivity to speech rhythm, for example, is a good example of novel work that is trying to push forward our understanding of how reading is acquired. Reading is one half of the equation, obviously writing is the other part, and there's a lot of focus on spelling, but there's less attention has been paid to actual written composition, writing of connected text, so our group looks at that too. Our research has really been successful in a number of different ways. It's identified new measures of that are early indicators of reading difficulties. So again, we know that if we can assess children's sensitivity to speech rhythm, which is something you can assess before they even start school, it's a reasonably good indicator of whether or not the children are going to go on to develop phonological difficulties and then have difficulties acquiring literacy in the classroom. In all of our work, what's coming out of it is we are finding things where we can actually go back to teachers and we can say, did you realise this is how your children are learning, or did you realise that this is a simple skill that is easily assessed that can tell you an awful lot about the sorts of things that you can put in place in the classroom to help support children's learning.